We're looking at, in a version of the computer game Space Invaders, a player has a set time to complete each level. So on level 1, a player has a time of 300 seconds. So that means, I think this, it's an arithmetic sequence. So we know that the beginning time, so it's either U1 or A equals 300. Work out the common value, common difference. So we also know on level 4 it's 255 seconds. So then we could say U1 plus D is the second level, U1 plus 2D is the third level, and U1 plus 3D equals 255. And we know that U1 is 300 plus 3D equals 255. So we know that 3D equals 255 minus 300, which is minus 45. So D would equal minus 15. So every level, the seconds on it go down by 15. The final level has a time limit of 45 seconds. So that means that we know 45, let's put an equals there, equals 300, which is our time at the beginning. And it's, if we think about it, D is n minus 1, so plus n minus 1 minus 15. So that's our little formula which will get us the answer. So we'll start off by taking 300 off both sides. So that gives us minus 255. And then n minus 1 times minus 15, we'll expand that. So minus 15n plus 15 equals minus 255. So let's take 15 off both sides. N equals minus 270. So if we divide minus 270 by minus 15, we get n equals 18. So there are 18 levels in the game. And then lastly, find the maximum time allowed to complete the whole game. So for this, we're going to have some sort of sum. So that's that. Or sum. And there's this one. This one works. So you will have at the front the formulae. So sum equals n over 2. So the beginning one plus how many actually there are altogether. So that means the sum of 18 equals 18 over 2, because we know there's 18 levels, times 300, and we know that the other one is going to be 45, because that's what it ends at. So it's going to equal 9 times 345, which equals, what's 9345? 3105. So about, how many minutes is that? About 50 minutes. That seems like a reasonable amount of time to spend playing a computer game. Right, this is a chi-squared test, which I really only do with biology. Anyway, Sirona has been watching the birds visit her backyard bird feeders and recording which food options they go to first when they arrive at the feeding station. The results of her observation are shown in the table below. So she was conducting, so it does appear that blackbirds really like buggy bites, and dunnocks, no idea what they are, they really like sunflower seeds and table mix. Good. So Sirona conducted a chi-squared test for independence at a 5% level of significance. State the null hypothesis. So what a chi-squared test is we have, when we do an experiment, we have what we expect our results to be based on a null or our hypothesis. So usually we use this to decide whether or not people's genes will look like they do. So our null hypothesis is that the regardless of bird species, the birds will go to whatever food they first encounter. So that basically implies there is no food preference based on species. Now, if we're going to calculate the p-value for this test, what it is, what you actually do is you do the sum of expected, what we expect to happen, which would be that there are 7, 14, 19, 20 Dunnocks. I'm just going to do Dunnocks, and we would expect it to be 5, 5, 5, and 5 if they didn't care about what they were eating, if they just encountered these things first. And likewise with the blackbirds, 10, 7, 10, 21. So we'd expect about the same thing for blackbirds. Clearly, there is something else happening. So it would be expected minus observed over expected. And we'd sum them all up. But you, with your IB, you actually get to use, you can just put them into the GDC. And the GDC is the posh Casio Whiz. So you just do, make sure that you use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That gives you the DF. And you will get 16.034386. So our p-value equals 0.01357058. So based on this null hypothesis, this would only happen 1% of the time. Now this is really unlikely. So your null hypothesis cannot be accepted. There has to be a reason that they're going for the different foods. It might be because they actually like them. So we will reject the null hypothesis, as this is way under 0.05, which is 5%, which is how we sort of judge whether something's significant or not. Okay, thank you.